Team's big question. In the bright, cheerful classroom, Ms. Nabiha gathered all the children in a circle. "How can we take care of our environment and keep it safe and clean?" she asked with a warm smile. Beside her, Ms. Iqra held up a large, colorful chart, ready to record every brilliant idea. They were about to start a very important project to save the planet. The group headed outside to a dusty, empty patch of land in the playground. Abiha Fatima looked at the dry ground and said, "We can turn this spot into a beautiful garden." Ayat Saeed nodded, holding a notebook. Together, they began to sketch a plan, deciding exactly where the flowers and the trees should go to bring life back to the school. The plant savers jumped into action first. Mohammad Irtaza Khan and Miral Yasir knelt on the warm ground with silver trowels. They worked carefully to dig small, round holes in the soil, making sure there was plenty of room for new life to grow in their brand new garden. Soon, Abyan Shakir and Zirwa Iman arrived carrying heavy wooden trays. The trays were filled with tiny green seedlings that had bright yellow and purple petals peeking out. They placed the flowers gently near the holes, making sure the delicate leaves didn't get bruised as they prepared to plant them. The work continued as the sun climbed higher in the sky. Zainab, Balak, and Mirha found a young sapling that would one day become a tall, shady tree. Zainab Balak held the thin trunk straight and steady, while Mirha helped guide the roots into the deep, cool earth. To finish the planting, Adan and Rumaisa Salim moved from flower to flower. They used their hands to pat the cool earth firmly around each new green stem. They wanted to make sure every single plant felt safe and snug in its brand new home. Now the garden needed a drink, but the water savers knew they had to be careful with every drop. Muhammad Subhan and Muhammad Abdul Rahman filled blue watering cans at the school pump. They walked very slowly toward the garden, making sure they didn't spill a single drop on the grass. Muhammad Umair Qayyum and M. Zohan went around the school to check all the faucets. They showed the other students how to turn the handles until they were tight. "Every drop saved helps our planet stay healthy," they explained while placing a colorful sign on the wall to remind everyone. The recyclers were busy making sure nothing went to waste in the playground. Malik Muhammad Zohan and Muhammad Usman stood by 3 large, colorful bins. They sorted through a pile of items, putting paper in the blue bin and plastic in the green bin to keep the school tidy. Inside, Amar Ahmad sat at a table, turning an old plastic bottle into a beautiful bird feeder for the garden. Nearby, Muhammad Shiz, the energy saver, reached up to the wall. "When we leave the room, we save power," he said, flipping the light switch to the off position. Ms. Nabiha and Ms. Iqra walked through the school and the garden, looking at all the wonderful progress. They were so proud of how hard the teams were working. "Look at what happens when we work together," Ms. Nabiha whispered, as Ms. Iqra checked off the final task on their project list. At the end of the week, Mr. Kashif, the head of school, came to see the transformation. He smiled at the fresh air and the rainbow of colors in the garden. He looked at Abiha Fatima and the rest of the group. "You have answered the big question perfectly," he said. "Our school is safe, clean, and beautiful because of you."